Shannon from Alden's Landscaping. I've used to keep care of a lot of commercial properties, and we would take, I was responsible for everything from light fixtures outside to light posts. I took out a bunch of light posts probably, I'm gonna say 8+ years ago, and I've had them hanging around my yard. In past videos, you know I've been ripping down some of my sheds. I'm trying to organize and get rid of some stuff. These here, I was gonna just throw them in the steel pile, then I got thinking, I got a couple projects around the house. I think putting them up, I live out on a Class 6 camp road, so there's no big lighting. There's a couple people that live out here that pay for having like one light out on the roadside. For the most part, it's pretty dark in here, especially if you lose power out here. So I put a few solar lights in around my garages the last few years, and it really helps. What I'm gonna do with these, I'm gonna put them up it's a Class 6 camp road, but the main road that comes into my house, and I got a fence line there. So I'm gonna put these behind the fence. I've got 6 of them. I'm gonna space them out the best I can so it looks pretty decent. I'm gonna run them up that road. What I'm gonna do today is that just from sitting around, they're aluminum, the paint started peeling. I'm just gonna take a wire brush them up real quick, make some brackets that go on the end. The original brackets that went to them stayed in the ground in the concrete that was breaking apart. That's why we were taking them out. I ended up replacing them and putting them in different places. That's why I ended up with these. That and at the time they wouldn't let these go in a dumpster. I'm gonna use them. Yeah, I'm gonna clean them up today, and that's what this video is gonna be about. I'm just gonna make a couple brackets to go on the bottom where the original holes were, just so that I can stick them into the concrete. I'm only gonna put probably like a 5-gallon bucket size of concrete in the ground and stick them in it, level them up, let them sit overnight. Then I'm gonna put solar lights on them, so it doesn't really matter. But where I'm putting them, there's nothing's gonna hit them. The wind's not gonna really affect them too much. So I'm just gonna be very simple. Plant them in the ground, a little bit of concrete, and they should be fine. I'll show them behind me. I've literally had these sitting in one of my lean-tos for 8+ years. The bottom, you can see there's a hole pre-drilled. My plan is I'm just gonna make a steel bracket that will bolt to that, and I can stick it into the concrete. I looked into getting the original bases. You can still get them. They're like $46 a piece. And they're galvanized steel, real heavy, so the shipping was ridiculous. It probably cost me $60 a piece to get the original bases. I just don't think it's worth it where I'm not putting the power to them. And what I'm gonna do is that paint that's peeling off, I got this wire brush. These work, this strip steel. Where these are going is right next to posts that I had already concreted, so I didn't want to get crazy with the machine. So I went up and pre-dug all the holes. I just got to basically clean these up and put the brackets on them, and then I think I'm going to try to get them right in the ground today. What I'm going to do is just take some Krylon paint and paint them. So all right, we'll get to it. I just want to show that wire brush does work well, and I just use a little whistle wheel, I call them. And what I'm doing is, I'll show you the brackets I got. I don't even remember what these were, but then we're sitting underneath one of my benches. I'm just going to drill those so they're a 1/4-inch hole. Bolt 2 of them on each one of those. This will give me something to poke into the cement, but I'm just gonna cut these brackets off. And I'll drill that hole all the way through a 1/4 inch, and I'll just bolt them. 2 of those will be more than enough to hold them up. Like I said, I'm just gonna clean those up. They seem to feather back a little bit. I'm not getting crazy. Here down to where the issue is, there's 3 separate pieces here that bolt together. This top piece is just faded out. There's no peeling issue at all. Down here got messed up because I think over the years the salt truck backing up to it, so it's got the aluminum corroded a little bit. I might take a wire brush on my drill. I'm not gonna get crazy with it. No one's gonna be looking right at these, but I think it'll be kind of a cool feature coming down the road. And when we lose power, it's nice to have a little bit of light, so you're just in the dark. And just so you know, we do lose power. We're gonna start adding some more solar lights around the property, just so when that happens. Like I said, we got them on the garages in the house already, so even when the power goes out, you're not in the pitch black. But I thought this would be a cool project, and I don't really want to move them again and stick them somewhere and save them. They're either going up or going to the dump. So I had enough of those to do 2 of these on each one, which works out good. And I've already got like a 1/4-inch hole in one side. It just didn't go all the way through. I don't even remember what these were, but I'm just gonna drill those so they go through. Put a 1/4 bolt in them. Probably shim it a little bit so they're sitting down. It really doesn't matter though, even if they're out a little bit, I don't think it's gonna hurt nothing. I use the fender washer because the hole is like a 5/8 hole that's in the bottom of that. I'm gonna sink that into concrete. That will be enough to hold that for what we're doing with it. And like I said, it's behind the fence where nothing's ever gonna hit it or push it. Putting a soul light on there, there's no weight, there's nothing gonna be pulling on it. I bought a 50-pound bag of concrete for each one of these. That will definitely anchor that for a long time. And I plan on pushing that base down in like 1 inch too, so it should stay pretty good. That's the product I use, Stone Guard Black. It ain't cheap. I don't know what a can of that is now. This stuff's probably 8 years old. I didn't know if it was even going to be any good, to be honest with you. The case was 6 cans. Gives you like a little bit of a wrinkle finish. I don't know if you can see it in the camera, but it's actually going to work good for that. And then I'm going to go tonight. I think Lowe's sells those it's either Krylon or Rust-Oleum that sells those cans that spray real wide. And once I get them in place, I'm just going to spray them. I want to show those stupid little brackets they put on there. That's what held them to the original base. That's what they look like when you get them off. Not all of them had them on it. Some of them, they'd corroded off. But I want to show you, I was taking them off, just holding them with my finger, taking an impact, coming right off. That one spun and got 3 of my fingers pretty good. 2 of them, you can see bleeding pretty good. Just stupid things. I should have grabbed it with a pair of pliers or vice grips, but I just figured I'd show that dummy move. Get those coated on the bottom. That's 3 cans of that chip guard. Those 3 over there. The last 2 really weren't that bad, so I just gave them a light coat. These 3 here had some pretty good scaling going on, but it seemed to feather out when I sanded it, so the rest I just Scotch Brighted. I think it's going to be fine. We'll just spray bomb them. But I'm going to go down tonight and see if I can get the spray bombs, and taking that to sign to probably call it a day. So I got those painted. Be happy with the way they come out. I just used that high performance. I was going to use the big can. I don't know what they call it, super can or whatever, but I don't think this is going to work good. Overall, I think I'm going to be happy with those for what they're going to do. I've been getting my exercise this morning, bringing these up and down the hill and all that, all the stuff I had to go get. Grabbed some concrete last night, and I just brought up a little bit of water. I'm going to make this stuff real thick so that I can kind of just set those in place, throw a level on them real quick, and go up the hill. But it's supposed to warm up after this morning. Looking at the road, you can tell it's pretty cool. I believe it's like 24 degrees still. This is just one of those projects. I've been looking at these rolling around in one of my lean-tos for at least 8 years. And I'm like, nope, I'm going to do it. I don't care what happened. It could be snowing today and I'd probably be doing this. But I just thought I'd take a shot and we'll put the camera back on once we get one set. I just have a little bullet level. I got that leveled up. All I did was throw some rocks in the edge of it, put the level on it, got it to sit still. This spines up pretty quick in 15 minutes. It's a quick setting. Even on a cold day like today, that will be fine. I'm going to work my way up through. I just thought I'd take a shot how I'm doing it. I wasn't sure what I was going to do, neither. I was thinking about putting these in like a 5-gallon bucket and then burying the whole thing. After I thought about it, I think this was the best way. It was a little bit of a job to get the holes dug, but there's some dust from my gloves on there, but that paint's all dry, so. But I'll probably let these sit today and then put some lights on them tomorrow. Do another shot on the camera, but we'll work our way up the hill. If I have one that's difficult, I'll show it, see how that goes. But I think it's going to be kind of cool to have these on the road. I got 2 down, 4 to go. 6 50-pound bags, did 4 posts almost. I got to probably put another 30 pounds around that one, but it's up and level. So I got to go down and grab some more water, and we'll get back to it. We got all those posts in. Took 9 bags of those 50-pound bags. We're doing little things. I want to try to make this look a little more farmy than commercial landscape yard. These are the ones I chose at Home Depot. These seemed a lot brighter in the store. These are $58 for a 4-pack. We'll see how they work. I've had super luck with all my cheap, even the cheap ones you buy somewhere. You'll just buy them almost because they're like $3. You buy it, and 3 years later it's still working. It kind of blows your mind. We got them all out of the package. That's what they're gonna look like. Pretty bright actually in here. Like I got them over here when they first come out. I think they got a charge right now, but I think that's gonna be pretty cool. All right, I just want to show those lights I put in at night. I think they're gonna be a pretty cool feature. I'm gonna look for 2 more of them, but I just thought I'd take a shot Looks kind of cool, nice added feature. I've already had a couple people ask me how I ran power all the way up here, which is kind of cool. I said nope. No one gives solar lights the credit they have. The newer ones, they work awesome. So all right, I just thought I'd take a shot. Thanks for watching.